Okay, so what is the nullish coalescing operator? So it provides a short way to choose the first defined value from a list. So defined value would be something that is not null and not undefined. So if we just do a console.log statement here, we can do a quick example. So if we do just straight up null, the two question marks, which is the nullish coalescing operator, and then we do this is not null. Okay, so what we see here is a check will be performed on the first item, which would be decided if it's null or if it's undefined. If that is the case, then we will display the second value here. So when we run this statement, you'll see that the decision is made to print out this is not null. So when I do node nullish, oh, that's right, didn't save it. So you see here, this is not null, and so save, I put in undefined. We're going to get the string printed out. This is not undefined. Okay, now if I put in a string here, let's say has value, what's going to happen is this has value is going to be printed out. Now this is also the case then if we have a 0, or even if we have an empty string, it'll just print out an empty string here. You won't obviously see it, but there's an empty string right there. And also if we have a boolean false, so you see that here now. Right, so where would you actually make use of this? So this will be handy in terms of, say we're setting a default value of a variable in a component, say, and we want to make a check that the value is not null or undefined, and if it is, we'll set a default value of say 50. But we also don't want to use, say, something like the boolean or operator, because we want the component to accept, say, 0 as a valid input here. So say if I have const start distance value and I put down 0, then I go const distance equals start distance value nullish coalescence, or we're going to go to start distance of 50. So when we do our console.log here of distance, what we're going to see is we're going to see 0 printed out. So the starting distance will be 0. If this was null, we're then going to get the default value of 50. Great. Okay, so the next thing is a comparison of the nullish coalescing operator with the boolean or. So you can do quite similar things with the boolean or, but the boolean or will also return false for an empty string for the number 0 and for the boolean false value. So say if I can remove these, and what I'll do is just a console statement, we'll have an empty string and we'll do a boolean or, and then we'll have empty string. So what will happen here is that the empty string will be printed out. And if we swap this to the nullish coalescing operator, we'll see that we actually get the empty string value printed out. So you see the difference there. And if we change this to, say, a 0, so a number, and we're going to put in valid number, so we actually print out the number 0 here with the nullish coalescing operator. And then if we change it to a boolean or, we're going to get this valid number string text printed out. Okay, so those are the differences there with the nullish coalescing operator and the boolean or.